Lesson 6 Directed. In this one we're going to be combining two images and adding some text and a gradient. We're going to start off with this image of Buddha and select the elliptical tool, draw around the head. Now we're going to copy, come over to this image, and we are going to paste. Now the image is just a little bit larger than I would like, so I'm going to start off by resizing this. Not too much. Now I'm going to copy this. And paste it again as a new layer. Grab the move tool, bring it over here, and flip it horizontally, just the layer. Come back here to this one and move it down so that it's just about even with that. Next, I'm going to add a gradient. A gradient is a transition of color from one color to another, or it can be from a color to transparent, or it can be patterns, it can be repeating patterns. Here's the gradient tool. I want to select foreground to transparent, and then I'm going to select the color for the foreground. The values that I'm suggesting, you don't have to use it necessarily. Red 181, green 17, blue 68, and I'm going to select that. Now to draw a gradient, it's really very simple. You just click in an area and drag, and you can see what happened over here because that's the currently selected layer. Let's undo that step. Make sure that you have the background selected, and let's try it again. I'm going to click here and drag up. You can drag beyond the edge of the picture, and you can see the effect of that. Let's undo it. Now I'm going to try doing it across the entire picture from bottom to top. You can see that where you start is the lighter end and where you end is the darker end. You can also do it horizontally, diagonally, it doesn't matter what direction. Now if you start in one area and you end short, then everything beyond the ending part is very opaque. So for the actual project, I'm going to start just below the middle here, drag down just a little bit more than the 1/4 mark. That's still a little too dark, so start a little higher and a little bit lower, and that'll take care of the gradient. The final step in this is adding the text. Going to add the text tool, select, create the text box. Now as you can see, this is a very large image, so I'm going to select a rather large font. Let's start off at about 200 points. I do not want the same color as the gradient. White is going to be nice for this. And let me start typing it in. I'd like it a little bit larger, so I'm going to select it Let's up it a bit. Now I do not want it 2 lines, so let me expand the width of the box a bit. Now I'm going to contract it a little bit. And the last step is going to be to center it. I'm going to select the centering tool, select the text box, click center. You can see it moved over a little bit. And then finally, I don't want it so high up on the image. I'm going to move it down. I'm currently pressing the downward cursor key because it moves it very slowly, very precisely. And that looks just about right.